Vanessa, is now a good time? Hi, Patricia, what's the matter? You know, I'm going to ask something a bit strange. Have you talked to the police about my son lately? Police? No. Why do you ask? I see. Actually, yesterday, a man in his 50s claiming to be a police officer came to my house. He said he wanted to see my son and asked me to tell him where he was. He wanted to see Andrew? It's strange no matter how you look at it, right? So I sent him away, of course. I thought maybe something had happened at your place, so I decided to contact you. I'm also surprised. I never heard anything about it. Is it a scam or something? That could be it. I don't know how they got our address either. Be careful at your place too. Okay, I will. Thank you for letting me know. Please be careful and keep your doors locked too.
Are you James Reynolds' wife? We are arresting your husband. Please cooperate with our investigation.
What? What's this out of the blue? Is this a scam?
No, I am a police officer.
Why would a police officer contact me by text? I mean, how did you get my contact information?
That's confidential.
Isn't that an invasion of privacy?
In the context of a police investigation, such concerns are irrelevant. You are obligated to cooperate.
Really? Even if you claim to be the police over the text, I can't trust it at all.
Then please take a look at this.
What? What's this picture that you just sent me?
It's a police ID.
Police ID? Do the police nowadays show their ID as a picture?
Yes, because digitalization has advanced in recent years. Anyway, we're arresting your husband. Please, tell us where he is.
I can't give you my husband's information just like that. I mean, you seem suspicious.
What? Accusing a police officer of being suspicious? I could arrest you for obstructing justice.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I understand. But first, can you tell me what my husband is accused of? Did he commit a serious crime?
Your husband is a fraudster who tricked people out of $10 million. There's a warrant out for his arrest, so we're arresting him.
What? $10 million?
It's shocking, isn't it? Your husband is a high-ranking member of a global fraud organization. He's swindling large sums of money from innocent elderly people.
I didn't know. When was this?
As recently as yesterday.
What? Yesterday?
There have been over 20 cases this month.
Today is the 21st. So, does that mean my husband has been committing fraud every day? That's frightening. By the way, this fraud organization, when did they start operating?
Since a year ago.
What? Really?
Shocking, isn't it? Your husband has been involved in a major crime for that long.
I'm really shocked.
So please help us with our investigation. Tell us where your husband is.
I understand, but I don't know where he is. He hasn't been home in a while.
Perhaps he's afraid of the police and is on the run. Well then, please tell us your home address.
What? Why? My husband isn't at home, so why do you need the address?
There's a possibility that he left some evidence at home. We'll need to conduct a search of your residence.
I understand. Our address is... Patricia, a self-proclaimed police officer contacted me too.
I knew it. Did they check your house? Are you okay?
The police didn't come directly to my house but sent the message. The police asked me for my address, but I quickly told them the address of a pizza place I saw on a flyer nearby. Well done. Did they say anything about Andrew? Apparently, Andrew was a high-ranking member of a fraud organization. What? And he's been active for a year. And it looks like he's tricking people out of $10 million. They said there was a warrant for his arrest, and they were looking for him. What? I can't believe it. Pulling off $10 million is quite a talent. That's true, but how did they know my contact information and your address? I hate to think about it, but could that self-proclaimed police officer be someone related to our relatives or friends? If so, there's no way that the police officer doesn't know about Andrew. That's right. They visited your house suddenly, but if they ask for my address, it means they don't know where I live, I guess. That also feels a bit off. Oh, wait a minute. What's wrong? There's news about a fraud organization right now. They've been active for a year, and the total damage is $10 million. Isn't this the same information as what you mentioned earlier? It does seem that way. I thought it was all made up. It seems like the fraud organization actually exists. I wonder what their purpose is. At first, I thought they were going to ask for alimony or hush money. But he didn't seem like the type to want money. Anyway, they're insistent on knowing where Andrew is. I wonder what he wants to do by looking for Andrew. What could it be? I don't know. I can't figure it out at all. It's like a mystery novel. Oh, wait. Mystery novel? What now? I've got it. They know our address but not yours. Someone who doesn't know what happened to Andrew. I might have an idea. Really? Yes. I don't know why he knows your contact information or why he's looking for Andrew, but I think that's enough of a clue. Can you tell me more about it?
Hey, you really fooled me last time.
Oh, hello. Any update on the case?
So, you are just going to pretend that you didn't lie? This is serious obstruction of justice. Do you understand that?
What are you talking about?
I went to the address you gave me the other day. It was a pizza place.
What? I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
How do you mix up your home address with the pizza places? I'm pretty sure it was on purpose. Don't mess around.
I'm not. I really made a mistake.
We don't have time. Come on, give me the right address.
Are you in a hurry?
Yes, I am.
Why?
There's information that the fraud organization is escaping overseas. We need to catch your husband and bring down the entire fraud organization before that happens.
That's tough, but I don't think my husband has a passport.
Of course, they will go to overseas illegally. A criminal organization wouldn't leave the country in a normal way.
I guess so, but are you sure you're allowed to tell me that? Isn't that an internal police secret?
You're a cooperating witness, so it's fine.
Don't you think that I'm working with my husband?
According to the investigation, you are not a suspect, so it's okay.
I see. Wow, just as I thought. People inside the organization are well informed.
What do you mean?
You're a member of that fraud organization, right? I don't know why you're targeting my husband, but when you were acting, you accidentally revealed the details about the organization you're really a part of. You even mentioned plans for illegal immigration and fleeing the country. You're too dumb, aren't you?
I'm a police officer. You, the wife of a fraudster, intend to defy a police officer like me?
You are not a police officer. Don't you ever call my husband a fraudster.
You said your husband hasn't been home lately. That's evidence of something suspicious.
My husband has already passed away.
What?
I never said anything about my husband being alive, did I? The reason he hasn't come home is because he's dead.
He's dead? When?
About a year ago. He was hit by a truck and passed away. If it's true that he's still alive and committing fraud, I'd rather want to see my husband.
If he's dead, why didn't you tell me first? Were you deceiving me? Don't mess around.
There's no need to tell a clearly suspicious person. And I didn't lie to you. You just misunderstood on your own. If you call yourself a police officer, you need to act smarter. Right, Mr. Morgan Johnson?
What? How did you know my name?
56 years old, single, officially unemployed. In reality, you're a member of a fraud organization. You're the one with a warrant out for your arrest.
How did you?
My husband, before marrying me, used to gather with a mystery enthusiast he met online. They talked about mysteries while having tea and meals. You were there too, weren't you? You knew his parents' address, but you didn't know about his current home address. I thought it was strange that you didn't know that my husband had already passed away. It makes sense if you knew him a long time ago.
What? How did you know? Are you a detective or something?
It was my mother-in-law, not me, who figured it out. Among my husband's belongings left at his parents' house, there was a list of contacts from the Mystery Club. In it were my husband's parents' home address and your real name and address. Based on that, we asked the police to look into you. I told them that you might be connected to the fraud organization. They investigated very quickly. If you had used a fake name, it could have been more difficult, but luckily, you were foolish enough to use your real name.
That's right. Damn, I can't believe I got caught.
What? Did you think you wouldn't get caught?
Of course. The fear of getting caught will cause the fraud to fail. You have to do it confidently and boldly.
Even if you were a member of the Mystery Club, I can't believe you could only come up with such a lousy plan. My husband must be disappointed.
Shut up. I don't have a choice. Do you have any proof that your husband is dead?
What?
I need some proof. Give it to me.
I don't understand. What do you want it for?
My boss in the organization told me to take care of your husband. I've been told not to come back until I've taken care of him for sure. If I don't hurry, I won't make it in time. I'm the only one left behind.
Are you saying that people from a criminal organization want my husband's life? My husband wasn't the kind of person to earn others' resentment during his lifetime. He was kind, hardworking, and I was surprised that such a genuinely good person existed in this modern age.
All of that is just a bunch of lies. Your husband is the enemy of my boss.
Enemy?
Robert Gill is my boss's name.
Robert Gill? Really? No way.
Looks like you have some idea, huh? Robert was beaten up by your husband a year ago, and he's been swearing revenge since that day. He said he couldn't rest until he got his revenge before he left the country. So I was asked to send your husband to the afterlife.
Never thought such a coincidence would happen. Unbelievable.
What are you laughing at? Have you lost your mind after finding out the truth about your husband?
Quite the opposite. It's hilarious. Let me tell you one truth. You were abandoned by your boss.
What? What do you mean?
Maybe you're too dumb to be needed in the organization. My husband beat up your boss? Don't make me laugh. He is the murderer who hit and ran my husband with a truck a year ago.
What?
He knew my husband was dead, yet he told you not to come back until you've taken care of my husband? Doesn't this mean that's the same thing as being told not to come back for the rest of your life? right?
What? No way. That's not true. There's no way he would abandon me.
Since my husband's accident, our family has been searching for the culprit. The culprit was good at hiding, and we were at a loss. But I never expected that someone my husband knew in the past, and the person who ran over him with a truck, would turn out to be in the same fraud group. And I never thought that the culprit would approach us.
Are you going to report me?
Already did.
What?
I told you I had you investigated by the police. I told them about your organization's escape overseas, and that Robert Gill is the culprit behind my husband's accident. I told them everything. Before you escape, I'll make sure everything is brought to justice.
Oh no. I can hear the police sirens. How did they find my location?
They traced you through the various surveillance cameras, starting with the one at the pizza place. They followed surveillance camera footage from different locations, pinpointing the hotel where you are currently hiding. As expected, real police are incredibly skilled.
Damn.
Thanks to you, Officer Morgan, the organization is on the brink of collapse. And it looks like I will be able to catch the hit-and-run culprit and bring justice for my husband. Thank you very much. Please reflect on your life in jail with your boss. A few minutes later, Morgan was arrested and underwent police interrogation. Whether he was upset about being betrayed by his boss or had just accepted the situation, it seems he spilled all the information about the organization's overseas escape date, base, members, etc. Based on that, the police arrested all the members of the organization. Robert Gill was also caught and admitted his guilt. The reason why Morgan got my contact information was he posed as a police officer interrogating people near my husband's parents' home. And he managed to get my contact from our mutual friend. Though my mother-in-law and I easily saw through the shoddy police act, I was horrified that some people could not see through it. My mother-in-law and I received a reward from the police for providing information. We also received a generous amount of compensation from the perpetrator for my husband's case. While the money isn't everything, the case has been resolved, and there's a sense of relief and brightness. I believe my husband is finding comfort in heaven.
Sorry, Tom. I'm going to be working late again today.
Understood. Are you okay? According to the weather forecast, it's going to snow heavily later today. You shouldn't stay too late.
It's the busy season. Anyway, will you do me a favor?
A favor?
I was in a rush this morning and left my house key.
Oh, I see. Then I'll stay up and wait for you. Just let me know when you come home. Around midnight?
Yes, thanks.
Don't worry about it. Good luck at work.
Hey, Tom, I'm home. Can you open the door? Tom, are you asleep?
No, I'm awake.
Will you unlock the door? It's freezing outside and snowing like crazy. It's -10 degrees.
Sorry, I can't.
What?
I'm at my parents'. I'm not home.
At your parents'? I see. Your car is gone. Why?
I'm worried about Mom, of course. She's been living alone since my dad passed away last year. I feel bad for her to be left alone on such a cold and snowy day.
But you said you'd wait at home until I got home. Don't you care about me?
I don't care about you. Why don't you sleep in the yard?
I can't sleep outside on a snowy day like this. Fine then. I keep a duplicate key hidden under a flower pot for emergencies. What? No way. Where's my key?
Are you an idiot? Of course I have it.
Why would you do that? I don't get it.
What? I'm the one who doesn't get it, you idiot.
Huh? Are you calling me an idiot?
It's almost Christmas time and you're leaving your husband alone, going to work early in the morning every day and coming home later at night. You are a terrible wife. You deserve to be in the snowy yard to reflect on your mistake.
I'll freeze to death. It's the end of the year. It's the busiest time. You know how busy my work is every year at this time, don't you? Why do you suddenly start talking like that?
What do you mean by busiest time? I know you're seeing someone.
What?
I saw you the other day. You and a young man walking together.
When was that? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. Just sit in the yard and think about what you've done. A cheating wife like you should freeze to death.
Hey, Tom, please answer me. It's an emergency. Our neighbor found a woman in our front yard. She told me that a woman was lying in the snow. She called an ambulance since we weren't home at that time. When I asked her about the woman's description, she looked just like your mom. You're with her, aren't you? Is she okay? I don't know what's going on, but I'm on my way to the hospital anyway. Call me when you see this.
So, a woman was taken to the hospital last night? Was she in critical condition? You are a horrible woman to go that far to try to bring me back.
Huh?
You even got our neighbor involved. Aren't you embarrassed as a wife? Did you think you could take me back by using my mother as an excuse? That's ridiculous. You are cheating on me, aren't you?
Did you see the message I sent you yesterday? I'm at the hospital now.
So what?
Your mother told me everything. You planned that, didn't you?
Huh?
I was wondering what was going on because you suddenly started accusing me of cheating. But it was you who was cheating on me.
Huh? You're the one who cheated on me. Why are you blaming me?
Your mom was in a dangerous situation last night. She's recovered enough to have a conversation. She remembers what happened last night and told the police about it.
What? The police? What she's talking about? There's no evidence.
If you're going to play dumb, I'll explain it to you. Yesterday afternoon, your mother saw you cheating on me and told you to apologize to me. You forced her to get in your car in the snow. She would have been in danger if it hadn't been for our neighbor across the street. You told her to forget what she saw and said something terrible such as freeze to death. She walked to our place to tell me what happened. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. She was waiting for me in the yard, freezing and buried in the snow. If it hadn't been for our neighbor across the street, she would have been in real danger.
No way. That's not possible. You're saying I dumped my mom in the street? And then I said a terrible thing to her and let her buried in the snow? I went all the way to her house to check on her because I was worried. I am the best son ever.
How dare you blabber about things like that?
I won't allow you to give false statements to the police. Do you have any proof?
Your mother is a victim. She has scars and bruises. She's better now, so she can give credible testimony.
That's a lie.
We can't prove your verbal abuse towards your mother, but I have the messages you sent me. A cheating wife like you should freeze to death, right? At least we have hard evidence. You're the kind of person who talks like that.
What's that got to do with anything? Can you prove I said the same thing to my mother?
You knew I left the house without my keys. You intentionally took my duplicate key, didn't you? Depending on how you look at it, this could also be seen as part of your attempted murder to freeze me to death.
What do you mean?
I've submitted your message to the police as evidence.
Okay, I'm sorry about the outburst, but you have no proof anywhere that I was cheating on you. I just lost my temper because my mom accused me of cheating, which was untrue. Just that.
The woman you're cheating with? Her name is Iris, isn't it?
What? No way. How did you even know her name?
Do you admit you had an affair with her?
No, it's nothing.
Well, it's a little late for that.
Huh?
How long do you think it's been since the incident? Don't you think I've already done some research?
What the hell? If you have something to say, say it.
You're at her place right now, aren't you?
Huh?
The police are on their way there now.
The police? Why?
Because it's an attempted murder, of course. We've already ensured no one is at your parents' house. We know you took your car too.
Seriously?
Your mom saw you cheating yesterday afternoon. Surveillance cameras at the restaurant caught you two on a date.
Iris has nothing to do with it. Please, don't call the police.
Iris's father is an executive of a company, right? Your company does business with them, right?
How do you know?
The executive know that his daughter is having an affair with his business partner, and he finds out that you left your mother and wife out in the snow to freeze to death. I wonder how he'd feel.
Okay, I'll divorce you.
Why do you think you have a right to make a decision? Don't get me wrong, your mother and I are leaving you. You will pay your mother alimony for the attempted murder, and me for cheating. I'll make sure you'll pay for what you did.
Wait a minute. Alimony is too much. After all, my mom is okay. You'll be fine if I divorce you, right? I'm getting married to Iris. You can live your life as you like.
Marry Iris? Are you seriously saying that?
Of course I am. Unlike you, a wife who works all the time and leaves her husband alone, Iris wants to be a full-time housewife and cooks me delicious meals every day. She says she loves me. She's like an angel.
An angel, huh?
What's funny?
The only reason she can be an angel is because she has money. She can spend her daddy's money like it's gonna go out of trend. That's why she is nice to you. Who doesn't have the resources to support a family by himself? If she loses her father's backing, a bum like you will be the first one to be dumped. Rumor has it that Iris has many wealthy patrons.
Patrons? No, that's impossible. She said I'm the only one she loves.
Also, about your mom, she's not in a life-threatening condition, but she'll stay here for a while. She has mild frostbite on her hands and feet and will need medical treatment. She will ask you through her lawyer to pay for her treatment. Your mother doesn't consider you her son anymore. She is upset to know that you are the kind of man who would cheat on his wife. Instead of showing remorse, you let your mom buried in the snow. And to top it off, you blamed me for the affair I didn't commit and locked me out of the house. Your mom is very upset.
Oh no. Okay, I apologize. I'm going to the hospital. Just tell me which one.
Why should I tell you that? You won't be able to come anyway.
What?
I told you the police are on their way. They should be there anytime soon.
Oh, wait. I hear the sirens.
I wanted you to be there until they got there. I was trying to buy some time. Thank God you're too stupid to notice that.
Wait a minute. What's going to happen to me?
Who cares?
You should. Don't you think you're being a little cold? I'm your husband.
My frustration level is about to hit its limit. I'll just have to go through a lawyer.
Lawyer? That's too much. You still love me, right? You're trying to get my attention by making a big deal out of it, aren't you? Alright then. I'm not divorcing you.
Shut up already.
What?
Well, goodbye then. The police raided Iris's house and got Tom and Iris. Iris knew Tom was married, but she didn't know about the incident. She became furious with Tom and told her father. Iris's father ended his business with Tom's company, and Tom was fired. I, of course, divorced Tom. His mother also disowned him. The court ordered Tom to pay compensation for the affair and a large amount of alimony and medical expenses for his mother. Now he is working day and night to pay us. I keep my friendship with Tom's mother and continue to work as hard as ever.
Hey, honey, do you have time now?
Yeah, sure. Have you finished work already?
Well, actually, my boss suddenly asked me to go on a business trip just now.
Business trip?
Sorry, I couldn't refuse it, even though it's a critical time. Someone in my department quit without a notice. I tried negotiating with him to see if there was anyone else who could go, but it's a busy time for the company, and everyone's stretched thin, you know? I have no choice but to go.
Oh, bummer. But hey, work's work. You can't help it. So, when are you leaving?
Well, tomorrow.
What?
I know. I'll have to catch the first Amtrak in the morning.
Baby's due date's in a week, you know. It's my first time. It feels daunting without you around.
Yeah, I know. I don't feel right if you're alone during labor. Is it possible for your mom to come and stay with you?
Well, ideally, I'd want to ask her, but she's taking care of my grandpa, so it might be difficult. Considering that I gave up on staying with her before childbirth, you know?
In that case, I'll explain the situation to my mom and ask her to be prepared just in case something happens. Fortunately, she's just a 5-minute drive away. She adores you, so I'm sure she'll agree to help.
Oh, that'll be great. Thanks, hon.
And I'll try to wrap up the trip early somehow.
But don't push yourself too hard, okay? It wouldn't be good if you fell ill or something.
Yeah, I know. Love you.
Hi, Molly. It's been a while. Oh, wow, Vanessa, long time indeed. It's been like 3 years since last time, right? Geez, has it been that long? Your kids must have grown a lot. Yep, my oldest is already an 8th grader, so I'm actually reaching out today because I have a favor to ask about the kids. Okay. You're on maternity leave and staying at home, right? Yeah, that's true. And Hayden's away right now, yeah? He's on a business trip. What about it? Oh, what luck. Excuse me? If that annoying brother of mine isn't around, there's no need to hold back, you know. I'm going to drop off my kids there now, so look after them. Wait, are you serious? Are you back at your parents' place? I had a fight with my husband and got kicked out of the house, so I came back for the time being. Since you're living nearby, it would be a waste not to take advantage of that and have you babysit them while I go out. No way. My due date's in a week and I could go into labor any time. So what? If contractions start, just call a cab and head to the hospital. What about your kids during that time? You have like 7 of them. It's fine. The older ones can take care of the younger ones. That's so irresponsible. So I'm heading your way now. No, wait. Vanessa, even if you bring the kids here, I can't take care of them. Vanessa, how could you just leave your 7 kids behind without notifying me? What the heck are you thinking? Thanks for taking care of the kids today. It was such a relief to get a break and spread my wings a bit. You're unbelievable. Leaving the kids at my doorstep without even letting me know? Come on, if I let you know, you'd refuse, right? But if you see your nieces and nephews right in front of you, you can't just ignore them. So I decided to leave them quietly. What if I hadn't noticed them for a while? Were you planning to make them wait outside for hours? Oh, come on. The oldest is 15, you know. She would have buzzed the doorbell or knocked on the door. It's outrageous to leave 7 kids with me. It's just for one day, no big deal. They started playing tag inside the house and went out of control. Also, they tried eating stuff from the fridge and rummaged through shelves with valuable items. With my huge full-term belly, I can't chase after these agile kids. It was chaos and I was so exhausted that I passed out after they left. Oh yeah, and? What do you mean? I deal with that kind of chaos every single day. Don't complain after watching them for just a day. But I'm approaching the due date. Oh please, don't fake being sick or something just because you're close to giving birth, okay? I can see through your act. After all, I've given birth to 7 kids. I can tell when someone's faking it. It's not a fake sickness. Everyone has their own discomforts, and I don't want to be compared to your time. Pregnancy isn't an illness, so why are you being so naive? Anyway, I'll drop them off again tomorrow, so be ready. What? Oh, by the way, Mom caught a cold and is bedridden right now. Oh no. And since Dad's taking care of her at home, don't think of relying on them. Please take care of my kids responsibly. No way. I absolutely can't tomorrow. Please, don't just leave them behind again.
How are you doing, hon? Oh, maybe you're asleep? I wanted to message you earlier, but work dragged on. Sorry for getting in touch late.
Honey, so glad to hear from you.
Oh, good to see your reply. How's everything on your end? It seems I won't be able to head back for a while. If you're in a bind, contact Mom right away, okay?
Honey, I need help.
What's going on?
Vanessa had a fight with her husband and got kicked out of the house. She's back home with your parents right now.
Oh my god.
She left her 7 kids at my doorstep and went off somewhere to hang out.
What the? I mean, you guys weren't that close, were you? Why would she turn to you instead of Mom and Dad?
According to her, it's lucky that her annoying brother is away on a business trip.
Seriously, was she just waiting for me to be away?
I couldn't leave the kids outside, so I had to let them in the house. I thought of asking your mom for help, but Vanessa said not to rely on her since she's sick and your dad's taking care of her.
Really? I haven't heard anything about her being sick.
So she plans to leave her kids with me again tomorrow.
We have to stop that at all costs. I'll reach out to her and warn her not to bother you again. I'll try to get in touch with my parents just in case. When I called Mom yesterday, she sounded perfectly fine. I don't think she's so sick that she needs nursing.
Thanks, honey. Let me know how it goes. Hi, Molly. I left the 7 kids at your doorstep again. Take care of them for me. Wait, Vanessa. You weren't supposed to do that today. I know you snitched on me to Hayden. Well, he called me last night and gave me an earful. He thinks I'm doing something horrible to his wife in the last month of pregnancy. It isn't an illness, but he's overly soft on you about it. You were warned not to bother me, right? So why did you bring the kids again today? I have plans with a friend, so what am I supposed to do? I told him I wouldn't trouble you anymore and apologized, just to shut him up. I gotta show a bit of subservience, or he won't shut up. But whether I actually obey is another story, you know. He's away on a business trip and can't keep an eye on me. So yeah, I'm heading out to have fun, take good care of my kids again. I seriously can't help you today. I told you faking an illness is useless yesterday. I need an ambulance right away. Huh? I felt a strange pressure in my stomach moments ago, and now something like water came out. What? Your water broke? I think so. I have to go to the hospital now. I can't take care of your kids. Come get them quickly. But I'm already on my way to meet my friend. I can't come back now. I'm counting on you to take care of them. Hey, Molly, I come to pick up the kids, but the door is locked. Are they inside? Hello? Did you take them with you to the hospital? Well, if you're looking after them, that's fine. But it'll be a hassle if they went missing or something. Can you at least tell me where they are? Hey, Molly!
Vanessa?
Oh, Molly, finally replied. What have you been up to? Where are my kids?
It's not her, it's Hayden.
Oh, Hayden. Why are you using her phone?
She just gave birth and is sleeping in the hospital room.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep her phone for a few days in case you try to contact her.
But...
You showed up out of nowhere and wreaked havoc on my precious wife.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm by her side now.
How? You were supposed to be away for another week.
I cut the trip short and rushed back. Mom called me this morning. Molly called to tell her that her water had broken. She rushed over and drove her to the hospital. And guess what? She found your kids at our doorstop. She asked Dad to take them to their house. What the heck were you thinking? I mean, I just told you not to leave the kids with Molly yesterday.
Don't get so worked up. I heard everything was fine with her pregnancy and didn't think her water would break.
What the heck? You've been through childbirth. You should know it's not unusual for a baby to come earlier. I managed to cut the trip short and head straight to the hospital. Luckily, I made it just in time for the birth. Forcing the heavily pregnant Molly to deal with 7 unruly kids was outrageous.
Jeez, she was just lounging around at home, so I thought I'd give her some parenting practice. It was my way of kindness.
That's rubbish.
Hey!
This so-called kindness of yours put her in a tough spot during her late pregnancy. I won't let you get away with it, so brace yourself.
Ugh, whatever. Families should help each other when in need. And the baby was born safely in the end, so there's no point in hammering me.
Sounds like you don't grasp the gravity of your action. Talking to you won't solve anything. I'll handle this my way. How are you feeling, hun?
I'm alright. Looks like we'll be discharged tomorrow as planned.
That's a relief. Sorry for the trouble caused by my sister. I had firmly told her not to go to you, so I never expected her to bring the kids again the next day. I let my guard down as she sounded sorry.
It's not your fault. I also didn't expect her to leave the kids behind 2 days in a row. But thanks to your mom's quick response, the delivery went smoothly.
Yeah, she wasn't actually sick and bedridden as Vanessa claimed. So after you're discharged, I'm wondering if you could stay with your parents for a few days.
Why?
I've already gotten their permission.
Is something wrong?
Well, Vanessa seemed to have caused quite a mess. I'm perplexed right now. I'll explain in detail once things settle down. There's a chance she might show up at our place in a panic, so I want you and the baby to be safe for a while.
But my mom's busy with caregiving, so she might not be able to help me with the baby.
Oh, that's fine. While you're there, your sister promises to come over and help you guys. You know she and her husband don't have kids yet, so she's okay with leaving home for a few days.
Oh, that's sweet of her. By the way, how are Vanessa's kids doing now?
They're being taken care of at my parents' place.
Your parents are looking after them now?
Don't worry about our side, hon. Prioritize resting and taking care of yourself.
Thanks, love. So I'll wait for the update.
Sorry for causing all this trouble.
Hayden! Hey, Hayden!
Yes, Vanessa? What's up? You sound flustered.
I'm back at my house now, but Alex isn't here. There's a note on the coffee table saying I'm divorcing you. Why would he suddenly want a divorce? I've been calling and texting, but I can't reach him at all. Do you know where he is?
I'm surprised too. I never expected you to be having an affair, and the person you're involved with is married too, right?
Oh, how do you know about it? I thought it would never get out.
You said you had a fight with Alex and went back to mom and dad's, but you weren't really there, right? You left your kids with Molly to hang out with your boyfriend. Apparently, Alex has been suspicious of you for a while. When you said you'd take all the kids back to the parents' place, he consulted me. So I hired a private investigator to look into you.
You went to that extent?
Of course, Alex was on board. Mom and dad are strict, so leaving all 7 kids and hanging around would never fly. But you knew that Molly, being the kind soul she is, couldn't refuse you. You deliberately didn't leave the kids with their parents, but brought them to her. Despite the volatility of the situation, given my absence while she was about to give birth. If anything had happened to her or the baby during this time, how did you plan to take responsibility for that?
Stop it! I've been raising my kids with all my heart until now. So what's wrong with blowing off steam once in a while?
Cheating on your spouse with a married man isn't just blowing off steam, you know.
But a divorce is overreacting. We have 7 kids together.
Alex plans to ask for alimony from you.
No freaking way!
Why wouldn't he? You betrayed him big time.
You think I'll be able to pay for that? I'm a homemaker. I don't work.
Just so you know, neither dad nor mom, and definitely not me, have any intention of helping you. You'll have to figure this out on your own.
Oh, come on. Fine, not a big deal. If he really wants a divorce, I'll give it to him. After all, my boyfriend's an elite working at a big company. He'll pay for it in the blink of an eye.
Oh, I hear he's getting fired.
What?
Found out through a private investigator. Turns out he was sent to the current branch due to past troubles at the company. It's like he barely saved his job. Despite that, he was skipping work to hang out with you. I'm sure he can't get away from serious disciplinary action.
OMG.
And also, it seems he's in debt from gambling. He might not even have the money to pay his wife's alimony.
No way. Hayden.
Just to be clear again, neither I nor dad or mom have any intention of helping you. You're on your own.
Darn it. Oh, I got it. If I can get child support, I can offset it against the alimony, right?
You won't get child support.
Why not?
Don't tell me you plan on taking custody of the kids yourself.
Of course, I'm their mother.
So do you know where they are right now?
Oh, that. No one told me, and I've been really worried. They're not with mom and dad. Where are they?
They're with Alex.
Oh, no. Who permitted you to do that? Their custody should be discussed between me and Alex.
Shut up. You don't seem to have any intentions of properly raising them. You left the kids with Molly, who was in her final week of pregnancy, just so you could spend time with your boyfriend. After she was taken to the hospital, you just left them with our parents, without visiting even once.
But...
Talking to you is pointless. I've realized that once again this time.
Wait a sec.
I'm done. I'll cut ties with you.
No way.
Have a good life.
After Vanessa got kicked out of her house permanently, she tried to move in with her parents. However, they didn't tolerate what she had done and denied her. Obviously, Alex has got custody of the kids. They're currently living with his parents while getting help from them. Vanessa was charged with alimony and child support. Being a homemaker without any savings, she ended up taking out a loan to make these payments. I heard she started a live-in job to repay the debt, but she doesn't have much money left after that. She used to enjoy splurging and having fun, but now she gets no room for self-indulgence. She pretty much has to lay low and be responsible. On the other hand, I'm in a complete frenzy with my first-time parenting. Thanks to Hayden, who's actively helping with housework and babysitting, I'm enjoying this new chapter of my life. Having 7 kids like Vanessa would be a bit too much for us. But we love kids, so we're thinking of trying for another one someday.
It's finally your wedding day. Actually, there's something I gotta apologize to you about. Kai? What do you need to apologize for? More importantly, where are you at such an important time? Well, that's exactly what I want to apologize for. I can't be with you anymore. What? I don't get what you're saying. I found a woman I love. I'm with my soulmate at a hotel right now. I'm sorry. You're joking, right? I thought I'd enjoy my last bachelorhood, so I went out for drinks with colleagues. Then I met an amazing woman and felt it was destiny. If I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with someone, it's only her. So I can't marry you. I'll have the wedding with her. Are you still drunk? I'm sober now, but maybe I'm drunk on the idea of destiny with her. Frick you! I'll sort out the bride's replacement with the venue, so don't worry about it. Why are you doing this now? My cousin is a big shot there, so changing the bride should be easy. This can't be serious. Oh, she's calling me. Well, that's it from me. I do feel bad for you, but I'm gonna be happy. You go find someone new and have a good life. Wait, what are you thinking? Canceling at the last minute on the day of the wedding? On top of it, you're cheating. That's just too low. Do you even realize how crazy this is? Yo, they told me there's no booking at the venue. What's going on? Huh? Come on, wake up. I told you that I'd be having a wedding with my soulmate today, right? I even informed the venue about changing the bride. How come the booking is gone? Stop trying to mess around with me. My girlfriend and I were thrilled heading to the venue, but now this? What have you done? All I got was a last-minute cancellation notice on the morning of the wedding day, and I finally thought I heard from you. Are you still half asleep? Of course not. I'm wide awake and furious that you've ruined my wedding. Christ, it was yesterday. No way. What are you saying? I'm certain it's today. Today is Saturday. It's Sunday, idiot. What? Oh, I get it now. I understand everything. What do you mean? Firstly, the idea of swapping out the bride is outrageous in itself. Secondly, why don't you check the date and time on your phone that you're playing with right now? The phone? Where are you going with this? You always check the time with your analog wristwatch, right? Maybe you are not aware that you've got the date wrong. Seriously? Yesterday was the wedding? Uh-huh. Wait, what? Because I asked for the bride swap on Friday late afternoon around 5, which was the day before the wedding. That was actually Saturday morning around 5 a.m. No way! This is my guess. You checked into the hotel drunk with your girlfriend, woke up to my message, and checked your wristwatch indicating around 5. You couldn't see outside because of the blackout curtains, and in your drowsiness, you mistook 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. You were still euphonic from the night before, and you guys kept enjoying yourselves, stuck in the wrong time, and now here we are, right? It's so ridiculous that it's laughable. No way! Is that true? Well, just check the chat history from yesterday. Whether you were half asleep or ecstatic, it seems you didn't pay attention to the timestamp. But that's where the truth lies. Oh, jeez! It says AM! So, what about my wedding with my soulmate? She looks anxious next to me. We are all geared up to celebrate our destiny. That's not the point you should be concerned about. Why not? Your last-minute cancellation made a huge mess, and your parents had to handle everything. Apparently, your cousin realized something was off and informed them. they apologized to me too. I'm gonna file a claim against you, and they're on board with it. You should head back to their place at once and apologize. Listen carefully to what they have to say and figure out what to do next. Hey, I'll take you back, so please spare me the compensation or the cancellation fees. I don't have that kind of money. Your girlfriend isn't just some colleague, right? What now? She's the daughter of a higher-up at your client's company, isn't she? A college junior going through an important phase, and you've been seeing her for nearly a year. How did you find out? The stuff you confessed to your parents was shared with me. What was it that you said? Oh, right. You met an amazing woman while having drinks with colleagues and felt it was destiny, right? You had every intention of staying in a hotel with her right before the wedding for the thrill from the beginning. Jeez, you know everything. I'm the one who got cheated on. It's only fair that I'm provided with evidence and details of your infidelity. You manipulated a college student, didn't disclose that you were engaged, and got her pregnant, right? You got hit with that bombshell on Friday right before the wedding. You must have freaked out big time. Impregnating a college student, and worse, if you dumped the daughter of a higher-up at your client's company, that would have definitely messed up your work. So you hastily came up with the idea of turning our wedding into you and hers. Darn it! What's wrong with that? A baby's on the way. What else could I do? Do you want me to praise you for taking responsibility? You know, a decent person wouldn't cheat in the first place. You betrayed me, cheated while hiding our engagement, and in the end, you canceled the wedding at the last minute. That's the fact. Even your girlfriend was shocked when you suddenly mentioned marriage after she told you about the pregnancy. She said you forcibly took her to the venue and scared her. Until then, she genuinely liked you. But when you started acting crazy, she started doubting you. Please tell me you didn't snitch to her dad already. Ever since I spoke to my parents that day, I haven't been able to reach her. I have no clue. Well, from what I've heard, she sounds like a smart girl. She might talk to her dad and demand child support, who knows? Maybe your days at work are numbered. I won't let that happen. This isn't up to you, idiot. Hey, I'm begging you. I'll come back to you, so tell everyone not to get worked up. Apologize to them as my wife. What? Wife? You'll be my wife, right? Let's reconcile and go back to how things were. But what about the baby? I'll convince her to get an abortion or give up for adoption. Please, you're the one I love the most, Amelia. You're seriously the lowest of the low. Hey! You cheated while being engaged to me. Canceled the wedding at the last minute. Now you're trying to dump the pregnant girlfriend. No way! We are done for good. Don't forget, this screwed-up reality will haunt you for the rest of your life. You should be prepared for the possibility of getting hit by compensation from the girl soon. Oh, come on, please! And one more thing. Since you seem to live in a wonderland, let me clear this up for you. Even if you are back together, the compensation or venue cancellation fees aren't just going to disappear, you know. You'll still be on the hook for what you owe. Why? If you had any common sense, you'd get it. So bottom line, I want you to square up and pay what you owe. Hey, please, I'm begging you. Let's forget about all the claims. What the heck? I got fired from my job. Ah, I knew it. I had a feeling it was coming. I didn't get any severance pay, and the girl's demanding $60,000 from me. She's terminating the pregnancy, and her dad wants me to stay away from her. My parents say they'll sever ties with me after I pay what I owe. If I pay tens of thousands now, I'll end up in debt and won't be able to make a proper living. So please, we don't have to get back together. Just let the financial part slide. What you're saying is all over the place. Why are you trying to have it easy? What do you mean? Are you trying to get my sympathy and forgive you for everything? I mean, I never thought she'd get pregnant at this time. You're a hopeless moron, aren't you? Even before the pregnancy, cheating was the issue. And instead of being honest, you tried to swap out the bride and wanted to have a wedding with her. You thought you could just wing it, huh? The world doesn't work like that. If you're a decent person, you should understand that much. Losing your job is your own fault. Don't run away from the responsibility of your screw-ups. But if you've been fired, start looking for the next job. Show some effort to earn money somehow. If you took action and asked for an intention on the payment deadline or to pay in installments, I might understand. But asking for forgiveness without doing anything? That's just irresponsible. Do you think I'm so easily fooled? Then take me back. Not in a million years. Why wouldn't you? You want to marry me, don't you? That's what's messed up about your brain. Wanting to get back with a guy who cheated and canceled the wedding? Anyone who thinks like that is nuts. I passionately desire it. I want to get back together with you and get married. Right, because your head is messed up. I want a payment in one go. I won't extend the deadline. I won't budge. So you don't care if I suffer? If you're not gonna reflect, at least stick to the initial agreement we made. No way! You've messed up way too much. That's the only option left for you. Anyway, just pay what you owe within the deadline. There's nothing else to discuss. Amelia! Bye. The compensation wasn't paid even after the deadline, so I resorted to forced collection in the end. The girlfriend also didn't receive any payments, so she took similar measure as I did. Kai managed to find another job, but most of his salary is now going toward paying us. To add on, his new boss is big on abiding by the rules. He's giving Kai tons of extra work every day to pay off the debt quickly. Cut off by both his parents and the entire extended family, he must be enjoying a life of extreme work and poverty. When are you gonna pick me up? Been waiting for like 10 minutes already. I'm so done waiting. Get here in 3 minutes or less. Christine, what are you talking about? You finally respond, but you have no idea what I'm talking about. You're so nonchalant. Oh, sorry. I was watching the kids dancing. It was kind of uplifting. So, what were you saying? I asked you to drive me to the facial today, didn't I? I turned that down, though. It's my daughter's ballet recital today, so it's impossible. What's so interesting about ballet, anyway? Everyone's been practicing so hard. The younger kids are adorable, and the older ones are graceful and surprisingly skilled. I wasn't asking about that. Oh, I thought you asked about the charm of ballet. Anyway, hurry up and come here. I can't, sorry. There's a party after the recital for the kids and a parent meetup. If you insist, can it be tomorrow? My appointment is today, from 11 a.m. Sorry, that's impossible. Can't even obey your husband's mother, huh? You're a lousy daughter-in-law. That's a bit harsh, don't you think? Oh my, you're talking back to me? A screw-up and arrogant. Wonder why Mark ended up with someone like you. Hey, are you there? Can't handle the truth and got nothing to say back, huh? Having a lousy daughter-in-law just stresses me out in getting sick. Hey, are you done yet? The recital's over. Then hurry up and come get me. What? You're still waiting to be picked up? So, did you end up going to the facial after all? I had no choice but to take a taxi. Then why don't you just take one back? That'll be an unnecessary expense. How about walking or taking the bus? Enough already! I don't want to mess up the smooth skin I got from the treatment by getting it blasted by outside air. For a good-for-nothing like you, you've got some nerve to mouth off to me. If you're going that far, then I don't feel like picking you up anymore. You are the one who broke the promise first. You did something wrong, so it's natural to get called out for it. I did inform you about the recital, and there was no agreement for drop-offs and pick-ups. I did tell you to be here in the morning. You did, but I declined. You don't have the right to refuse. I'm not just hanging around, you know. What's wrong with prioritizing my kids' recital? Isn't it common sense to value parents over kids? That doesn't align with my common sense. There's no way I'm in the mood to see your face today. Why should I have to adjust to your mood? Don't you think you're at fault for letting it come to this? I have no clue what you don't like about me. Are you stupid? Figure it out for yourself. No matter who you ask, it's you who's at fault. Got it. Give me some time to think. Good morning, Christine. Oh, so have you reflected? Yes, I talked to Mark about what happened yesterday. Why did you need to talk to him about it? As you said, I'm a good-for-nothing, and no matter how much I thought about it, I couldn't understand why I was at fault. So I consulted him. That's what's foolish about you. What kind of daughter-in-law shows her chat history with a mother-in-law to her husband? I thought it best to show the actual messages to avoid misunderstanding due to my poor explanation. Oh God, what have you done? Was I not supposed to show them? Of course not! You said no matter who I asked, they'd say it was me at fault, right? So I thought I'd show the messages and find out what exactly was wrong with me. I don't get why you're unhappy about it if everyone would agree you are not at fault. Why is that? Well, I might have said too much. What? You said too much? I might have used harsh words. I'm worried that Mark misunderstands it. I got a little irritated just that one time, you know. I wouldn't want to be thought of as always speaking harshly. Ah, I see. I understand what you're saying now. I'm sorry for being inadequate. Are you being sarcastic? No, not at all. I'm sorry for being such an incompetent daughter-in-law. It's all good now if you get it. To ensure you feel comfortable, I was told not to contact you directly by Mark. Wait, what? From now on, if you need something from me, please contact him. He's busy. There's no need for that every time. I want you to stay healthy. I'm as fit as a fiddle. Every time we talk, I end up irritating you. I feel terrible about making you speak in harsh language. I'm worried about your blood pressure going up. Besides, I feel guilty for making you feel remorseful each time. You mentioned being on the verge of illness due to stress yesterday, right? It was just a figure of speech. It was something Mark and I decided for your sake. Did he? Hold on, I might have said too much. I'm sure he's misunderstanding. He's seen not only yesterday's but all our past interactions. He's 20/20 vision and his head is sharp. So there should be no misreading or misunderstanding. Anyway, I'll block you now. I'm truly sorry. Wait! I'll apologize! The idea to humbly block my mother-in-law actually came from my husband. It seems to work like a charm on her. I was so fed up with being treated like a convenient servant, so blocking her was a breath of fresh air. Now that my husband and even our daughter are giving her the cold shoulder, she's feeling down. Her efforts at the facial for youthful skin are going in vain.
Hey, Julie, can we talk?
Hello, Mom. Sure. What about?
It's very important. It's about my son's inheritance.
Inheritance? We just finished Louis's funeral. You're already talking about inheritance?
Yes. You may not know this, but Louis must have left me quite a bit of money. I'm sure he was thinking about it so that I could live in peace in my old age. He must have thought of that. What a wonderful son.
He left you an inheritance for your retirement? I'm not sure about that.
But Julie, let me tell you something. I won't give you a single penny of Louis's inheritance, okay?
What?
There's no use in playing dumb. I know everything. You were just about to divorce Louis, weren't you?
Well, yes.
Then it's like you are a stranger. I would never give my son's inheritance to you, a stranger.
But Mom, have you heard about our reasons for getting divorced?
That's just because you're not good enough for my son, and that's why he wanted to dump you. So you have no right. We don't have money to give to a stranger.
I see.
Now, if you understand, get out of that house today.
Why?
Why not? The house you lived in with Louis, the house he built, is in my son's name. My son's house is as good as my house as his mother. There is also the matter of inheritance, and this is a definite matter. So from now on, I will live in that house. Leave all my son's things behind and leave today. And of course, take all the stuff with you.
Okay.
You wouldn't be so selfish not to leave, would you? If you were on the verge of divorce, you wouldn't have to stay in that house, am I right?
Well, I guess yes.
Well then, goodbye.
The day after tomorrow is move-out day anyway. I don't mind if I leave.
Move-out day?
I'll talk to the real estate agent. You should vacate the house by the end of the day too. I'm sure they will give me some last time to soak in the memories of you and Louis.
What?
Hey, Julie. Thank you for everything at my brother's funeral. Hi, Becca. I heard that you got sick after the funeral. How are you feeling? Well, I took some time off work and resting now. But thanks to you, I'm feeling better now. I've been very busy with work recently, and I've been very tired. And then the funeral came along, so that's probably the cause. I see. You really need to take a good rest. Yeah, you too. Thank you for giving me a proper send-off despite everything that happened between you and my brother. Don't worry about it, Becca. By the way, I'm sorry about my mother. What? While I was sick, it seemed my mother made a terrible mistake and caused trouble. She kicked you out of the house and said she was going to live there herself, didn't she? Yes. I guess she's probably at that house by now. I knew it. She doesn't seem to have a clear understanding of inheritance. No matter how much I tried to explain it to her, she wouldn't listen to me. My father is having a hard time with this too. Oh, really? Julie, I'm sorry to bother you at this hour. Is it possible to meet with you now? I'd like to discuss the current situation, including my mother's, and discuss our future. Sure. I'm staying at a hotel in front of the station tonight. There's a coffee shop on the first floor of the hotel. How about we talk there? It's the Greenwoods Hotel at the north exit. Oh, that will be great. It's close to my house. I'll be right there. Julie, answer the phone. Hey, Mom. Sorry, I was on the train. What on earth is going on? About what? A real estate agent came to the house, and he wants to evict me as soon as possible. He said if I don't leave, he's going to sue me for squatting. I told you, didn't I? I told you that today is a day to vacate the house. I told you to vacate the house as well. You did? But I didn't hear that this house was in your name, and I can't believe it has already been sold. Oh, I guess Louis didn't tell you about it. Maybe he was going to tell you after everything was done. He didn't tell me anything. What the hell is going on? You heard that Louis and I were just about to get divorced. What does that have to do with anything? I don't think it has anything to do with the house. Actually, the reason I want a divorce is because of Louis's infidelity. Huh? Louis was having an affair? No way! Yes, that's why I asked for alimony from him. Louis says he can't pay because he has no money. No way! Louis worked for a big company. He must have had a good amount of savings. Yes, he used to have a good amount of savings, but he paid so much money to his side chick. Until a year ago, we had nearly $200,000 in our savings, but now it's less than $500. $200,000 to $500? Actually, this is not only Louis's savings, but also our joint savings account. In other words, he used my money without my permission. Well, I wanted to ask him to pay back the money, but I understand that he can't pay for everything, and I just wanted to cut off ties after the divorce. As a result of our discussion, I received the car, the house, and the furniture and appliances in the house as alimony. At that time, I changed the name of the house and sold the whole house to a real estate agent. How could you? The real estate agent kindly waited for us to move out until after Louis's funeral. That's terrible. This house is like a memento of my son. How can you sell it off without a second thought? Don't you have a heart? Why are you blaming me? It's his fault that things turned out this way. In the first place, he should not have cheated on me. If he hadn't, he wouldn't have spent all his money like that and gone broke. And he wouldn't have had to give up the house, car, furniture, and appliances as alimony. I get it. So the woman who stole Louis from you is to blame for all this. I can't believe she tricked my son into giving her all the money. Who the hell is she?
At least, I need to make one complaint to feel satisfied.
Oh, that woman? You know her very well, right?
Huh? Who?
It's Hannah.
What?
I guess it was last year, right? You told your son that I wasn't suitable as a wife. You introduced your friend's daughter to Louis as a potential new wife, right? They've been in a relationship ever since.
No way. I just wanted you to be more solid as a wife. I thought that if I brought a young, attractive woman to him, you would realize that you need to change, you know?
Sounds like you just wanted to harass me.
Oh no, it's not like that. And I didn't expect Louis to be serious about her.
But as it turns out, you made Louis cheat. And then, you seem to have misunderstood something about inheritance. Louis didn't leave any kind of will, so in this case, the legal heirs has the right to inherit.
I know that. That's why I'm saying I, his mother, have the right.
I'm sorry to say this, but in this case, the only one who falls under the legal heir is the wife, me.
What? Why? I'm his biological mother.
I mean, this is connected to what I was saying earlier. Louis has nothing that can be called an inheritance.
What?
All of his lifetime savings were used for Hannah. His remaining cash and deposits are almost zero.
Zero?
I've done my research and there was nothing.
No way.
If you doubt me, I can show you the bank books and all the other evidence. If you want, I can put you in front of a lawyer and we can go over it thoroughly.
Okay, that's enough.
I see. Then please leave the house today.
Oh no, this can't be. Julie? I just went to your parents' house and found a total stranger living there.
Our family moved out 6 months ago.
What?
You didn't know? I think my parents told you about it.
What?
So why did you decide to go to my parents' house? Maybe you're looking for me, but I'm not at my parents' house, okay? It's too far away from my workplace.
Then where are you now? Tell me.
I'm temporarily staying with a relative.
Relative's house? Where is it? I will go there now. Just tell me.
I won't tell you. We are no longer related, remember?
Not related? You married my son. Even if Louis passed away, it doesn't change the fact that you married into our family. You must support me.
No, there is no such law. However, I've already filed for a legal separation with the authorities.
What? What does that mean?
It means I've officially severed all legal ties with my deceased spouse's blood relatives. Now that means we are legally disassociated. We are strangers.
What?
That's why I am not obligated to tell a stranger my parents' current address. I am also under no obligation to support you as a stranger.
Then what am I supposed to do now? Who is going to support me when my son is gone?
Oh yeah, your husband divorced you, didn't he?
How did you know about that?
I've heard a lot about you from Becca. Louis's death was caused by a car accident. Hannah was a passenger in the car at the time, right? They went on a road trip behind my back, and they got into an accident. Hannah only suffered minor injuries. So if only Louis hadn't cheated on me, he might still be alive today. However, the person he was having an affair with was the person you introduced to Louis, and the reason for the introduction was to harass me. Naturally, your husband and Becca know everything about it. I heard that he was furious and decided to divorce you, and Becca also decided to cut off ties with you, right?
I never thought it would come to this.
I certainly didn't expect it to end this way. In the first place, Introducing another woman to your son who is married is insane, isn't it? You encouraged your son's infidelity. I think you deserved it. Hey, help me out here! What? I have nowhere to go. My husband has left me, and my daughter has left me. My parents' house is gone, and I have no parents or siblings. You are the only one I can rely on. I'm the mother of the man to whom you married once. I told you earlier that we are legally disassociated. I don't care about the law. I think we can get along just because I am Louis's mother. Let's continue to live together as mother and daughter and get along well with each other. Excuse me? Did you forget that I was hurt by Louis's betrayal and was working on a divorce? What? You also repeatedly harassed me. I don't want you to be involved anymore. Oh no. Have you forgotten the debt of gratitude you owe me for accepting you as my son's wife? You have no one else to turn to, so help me as an ex-wife. I can't. Why not? It's just too much for me to handle on a physical level. What? I don't want to see your face or hear your voice anymore. I will block you now. Goodbye. Darlene searched everywhere for me, even going to my uncle and his wife's house where I used to live. However, my uncle blackmailed her and she turned blue and ran away. After that, I thought she understood her position, but she barged into Hannah's house. I had already received a solid alimony payment from her, so I had no intention of taking revenge on her. But Darlene must not have been satisfied with her feelings. She went on a rampage, screaming that she did not receive her son's inheritance because of Hannah. The situation escalated, requiring police intervention. I wanted to tell her that it was all her fault in the first place. In the end, she was sued for damages. She started working part-time to pay the damages, and she has been working from morning till night. She thought she'd be able to live a comfortable retirement with her son's inheritance, but now she has to live the opposite life. This is exactly what she deserves, right? Amanda, where are you now? I tried calling Anthony, but he didn't answer at all. I messaged him, but he didn't read my messages. That's why I'm contacting you. Amanda? Seriously, you're not reading my messages too. Anyway, I'm going to the hotel and checking in first. You guys hurry up and get over here, okay? Hey, what's going on? I just came from the front desk of the hotel, and they said they don't have a reservation for me. Anyway, call me as soon as possible. Sorry for the late reply, Mom. I waited forever. I've been trying to reach you. Where the hell have you been? I'm sorry. I turned off my phone until now. What? Why did you bother to do that? If your phone is out of service, you won't be able to contact me. No, it will only be out of service for a few hours, and I can get in touch with you if I turn it on again. I had it turned off because I wanted to enjoy my rare airplane trip. Airplane? Why would I need to fly to Las Vegas? Las Vegas? That's right. Las Vegas is only a few hours' drive from your place, right? Why do you need to fly? Don't make up some weird excuse just because you're late getting back to me. It's not an excuse. Anyway, what about Anthony? I've been messaging him, but he still hasn't read them. He's right next to me. He's turned off the phone for a long time too. He said he hasn't read the messages from you yet. Oh, I see. So, where are you two now? We're in a cab on our way to where we're staying. What? Where's the hotel? I went to the front desk and they said they didn't have a reservation. I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. I can't see what you're talking about. You're traveling too? Is there any trouble there? What are you talking about? You didn't tell me your arrival time and waited for you two at the station, but you didn't show up. What? I get it. You changed hotels at the last minute, didn't you? You should have called me when it's important like that, for heaven's sake. So, where's the hotel? Anthony just checked your messages. Did you by any chance try to follow us on our honeymoon? That's what I told Anthony, right? I'm not a fan of flying, so I asked him to change it to Las Vegas. I also showed him the brochure of the hotel we wanted to stay at. And I asked Anthony to reserve a room for me. This is not what he promised. Mom? What? Anthony looks very exhausted right now. Why? When I said I'd follow you on your honeymoon, Anthony just laughed without saying a word. He didn't say no. That means I can go with you. Mom, he thought you were joking. Huh? He said he remembered talking about that when he went to your house, but he didn't think you were serious about going on honeymoon with us. What? And the fact that your friends are coming along too, he was even less inclined to take it seriously. I wasn't joking. What's wrong with a mother accompanying her son and his wife on their trip? Leaving the parents who took care of him behind to have fun with just the two of them? It's not fair. Well, I don't understand that feeling. Anyway, we have no intention of going on our honeymoon with you. By the way, where did you guys go? Hawaii, as planned. You mean you didn't even change the destination? Yes, so we didn't even book a hotel in Las Vegas. Oh no, what are we supposed to do tonight? Are you saying we should sleep on the road? Anthony just found a hotel near the station that can be reserved for today. Oh really? As soon as the reservation is confirmed, he will send you the details. Great. That's my son. He loves his mother so much. Oh, he said you should pay him later. Really? He's so stingy. I'm his mother. No, I think it's only natural. And also... What? Anthony said he'll talk to you properly about it later, but he was going to cancel the plan to live with you and Dad. What? Why? Don't you understand? Anthony fears that this is a bad sign for the future relationship between us. Anthony is really concerned. Oh, wait a minute. That's not true, is it? Anthony's a kind boy who loves his mother. There's no way he would abandon me. I think he's making this decision because he's a kind and gentle boy who loves his mother. According to Anthony, you've always been a bit of an over-involved person, but this is going to spur on even more. I think it would be better for both of us if we didn't live together. Oh no. What about you, Amanda? You don't think so, do you? You'll live with me, right? I'm sorry, but I agree with Anthony. Don't say that. Anthony said he'll talk about it with Dad next time. So that's all I wanted to say. Hey! Now, if you'll excuse me. I don't want you to do that. I told my friend that I live with my son and his wife. She told me how jealous she is that I have a loving son and daughter-in-law. But how can I tell her that it's not happening anymore? I don't even know how to explain that we didn't get a hotel reservation. Please come over here now. Hey, pick up the phone.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.